What is up, guys? KFC back here with our next war recap video. I promise it is actually a war recap video this time after I went off on base 9 in my last video. So we're going to be doing two war recaps in one today. This first one against the Muni lot, 57-49. So look at kind of what they were able to do. They put 2 stars on all of our Town Hall 10s and 11s, and they 3'd a decent amount of our Town Hall 9s, but left some of these bottom ones down. I think there was a bunch of dips, though. Kind of looking for that 1 through 6 area. Actually, not too much, actually. So they were able to 3 some of our 9s. Edgar was a dip there. So possibly for anyone who had their base 3'd by a 9, hopefully you made some modifications to your base a little bit, tweaked it. We were able to put 3 stars on 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Town Hall 10s, and then the Town Hall 9s were mostly cleared, and then we went over the tragedy that was base 9 for a 57-49 win. So, per usual, going to be looking at some the Town Hall 10 attacks. Since the Town Hall 9s did not get cleared, I will not look at any of the Town Hall 9 attacks. I've decided to make that a new rule. Town Hall 9s want to get featured. They've got to get those bases cleared. So Tread Easy coming in here with a Shattered Valk attack. Going to be Earthquaking open the entire base, basically. I feel like Earthquakes, if they can open up access to both Inferno Towers, that's really what you're looking for. If you leave an Inferno Tower behind a wall segment after you Earthquake, I think that's really hard to justify. So nice, easy funnel here going to be created. Golems on each side, Queen down nice and early. Those wall breakers are going to come in here soon and open up this wall segment. So letting his Queen do a little bit of work, get some of these trash buildings out of the way. And as you see here, a little bit scary for me. I remember I hit this base as well. There go the Valks there. And so he kind of timed it nicely so that that Wizard Tower went down. So there's really nothing drawing them kind of over here. They all kind of have to go into that air sweeper right now. And by going into that air sweeper, you might have some Valks stray over here to the left. But most of the time, they're going to, or a decent chunk of them at least, are going to go into the middle. So down goes the rest of the CC. And then in comes his beefy 40-40 heroes, Lava Hound in the Clan Castle, which is absolutely awesome. Here you see, right, some of the Valks did indeed stray kind of over to the left, but he's basically just going to ignore those 4 and focus on these ones here in the core. So about 10 or so Valks make their way into the core, and they are going to make short work of it. Nice value for his freeze spell there, freeze in a next bow, Inferno, 2 Teslas, and that core is basically hollowed out at this point. And so drops a heal spell over there on the Valks that were not being targeted by an Inferno Tower. I just realized that that Inferno Tower actually did not go down, but his Queen is going to be able to snipe it down. Boom, right there. And he still has 4 or 5 Valkyries that are kind of working their way around the base. They are not being targeted by the anything powerful. Hounding the CC. He's already got his cleanup working on the left side of the ring. So now it's just about this right side of the ring. Unfortunately, nothing else left in the bag. But when Valks tear through a core like that, he basically took this base out in 1 minute and 40 seconds. So no worries there. Tread easy. Easily going to annihilate this base. So really nice attack. Built off of what I was able to provide him in the replay, just in terms of how to get those Valks into the core. Took the same exact route that I did. And so really, really well done with those Valk 5s. All right, moving on to Tread Easy's second 3-star of the war. This one on base 4. So once again, taking a Shattered Valk attack. 20 Valks in this one. Not a lot of wizards, only 3 wizards. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how he approaches this. Easily you can see kind of why he's taking Quad Quake here. Boom, it's going to open up basically almost 80% of the base, I believe. No need to create a funnel, just a little bit here on the right to make sure that nothing strays over there. And indeed, boom, there go all the Valkyries. And so under 2 rage spells, and the free spell goes down on the back Inferno Tower. Both Inferno Towers are now down, and he still has about 15 Valkyries up. They hit a single bomb there, but he still has a heal spell in the bag. I assume that we will see that come down here shortly once they make their way kind of over into this defensive area, maybe somewhere around here. Oh, drops it a little early. Probably would have pushed that back to cover these bombs that were over here by these Wizard Towers. But ultimately, everything's going to work out. Has those backside hogs there. Boom. All the defenses go down. The Ray was never in doubt. I played it on 2x speed, and he basically took it out in like 1.5 minutes. Look at all those Valks that are still up. It's just absolute craziness. So really, really good job there by Tread Easy. Hitting another 6-star war. He has a 75% 3-star rating for his Town Hall 10 life, so that's just fantastic. All right, next attack going in on King Cash. Son of Jay going in. Once he's going to be doing something a little bit different. He's going to do an AQ walk, and then he's going to be coming in with Shattered Valk. Town Hall 9 level defenses all the way around the perimeter, and then basically has 2 Inferno Towers in the core. So still a decent Town Hall 10 base. It looks like those are at least Inferno Tower level 2s. They're definitely not 1s. So no easy task. It does take him a little bit longer. You see 2.5 minutes down there on the clock, but still is able to kind of take out this base with pretty great efficiency. So we're going to almost create a funnel down here at 6 o'clock. I assume he's going to take... not sure what angle he's going to take to get to the CC. Probably over here on the left, because there's a lot of storages over here. But he might actually go the storage route just because it's so much HP. So we'll see here how he goes down. Indeed, he is going to go from the bottom right. So golems go down on the 2 cannons, nice and easily placed. And he's going to break into this compartment here. Does have a jump spell. It's going to lead him right to the core. Nowhere else for his Valks to go but dead center. And he is just going to absolutely rip through this core. Boom, there's the rage spell. Double freeze down on both Inferno Towers and all the Teslas. And so by the time the core is done, he still has about 8 or so Valkyries left up. And at this point, it's just about clearing the rest of the base. He has 2 heroes that are basically at full health. Both have their abilities, and there's only Town Hall 9 defenses around the perimeter. So this is going to be a pretty easy 3-star as well. I shouldn't say easy. It makes it seem like the attack wasn't well planned. Of course, it was well planned, but the Valkyries just make everything look so easy. And what I liked about this attack was just the very... simple method of kind of jumping straight into the core. There was nowhere else for them to go. Created a nice easy funnel. Had his AQ walk take out a good portion, and then those healers kind of served the purpose of kind of keeping his heroes up for like the remainder of the raid. So really good job there. All right, gonna watch this next attack. This one's by me, doing a Quad Quake Shattered Valk as well. Actually going to make a small mistake in this raid. Drop my CC like I was a Town Hall 9. And then my Valks popped out, so kind of you'll see me start the raid. I tend to start raids quick anyway, but this one especially, as soon as the CC goes down, I realize that it's go time. So Golem, 2 Wizards go down, CC goes down by mistake, and then I drop that second Golem to hopefully get out in front, create the rest of my funnel, and at this time I am getting ready to break into the base. Funnel's created, Queen goes down, everything's moving in. Quad Quake is going to go down to let my Valkyries in here. And so the purpose of holding I have the 14 Valkyries, I'll pause it here. So what I wanted is I wanted this gold storage and this Dark Elixir this Dark Elixir drill ideally to be down, so that everything kind of bounced off of this Elixir collector and then went in. You'll notice that unfortunately I think my Queen beats the Valks to this Elixir collector just a little bit, and they sort of redirect, but they get caught by the CC troops, which actually helps, because by the time they're done with the CC troops, every single Valkyrie goes into the core. Free spell goes down there on the Inferno and 2 Teslas, and the Valkyries basically are going to absolutely rip through this core. Heal spell goes down on them as well, and so that part is now done. And so now I've got my 2 heroes and my Golem going right, and I've got the Valkyries going left. And you'll just notice, watch these Valkyries, they're so tanky, despite the fact that they had their hit points removed. They are just ripping through all these defenses. As long as you don't hit a bunch of spring traps, they're gonna live quite a while. So all my Valkyries kind of over here, get that wizard down on that army camp. They're going to meet up eventually with these heroes who are doing all the tanking over here. My King's out a little bit more in front than I would like him to be, but these Valkyries, they don't even need a heal spell. They've basically taken out this entire section of the base without the need of a heal spell. They are starting to lose a little bit of life here, but ultimately, here come the heroes. They're just barely going to get to the point where they meet up, and I'm still going to have about 3 or so Valkyries left. So, for those of you at Town Hall 9 considering to go to Town Hall 10, maybe instead of doing the Lava Hound first, as we have been talking about in previous videos, it certainly seems like Valk 5 may be the new way to go. So really good war there against the Muni Lot for the Town Hall 10 crew. Go ahead and look at the war against 30 plus NL2. This was a 54 to 42 victory for us. So once again, they put 2 stars on all of our Town Hall 10s. Sandman has dropped his Inferno, so we do have 7 guys with 2 pairs of Infernos. That's awesome. Got some of our Town Hall 9s tripled here to see how many of them were dips. I believe that was a dip. That was a dip. And then a couple of guys here. Pretty much everyone got 2 stars, so no big threat from this clan. Let's go ahead and see what we did. We recorded a couple of triples here on their Town Hall 10s. One by Demaster, one by Tread Easy. 2-starred the rest. 7 I think that was a 9.5. And then unfortunately in this war, two Town Hall 9s got left up. Let's go ahead and watch those. Not watch those, but let's go ahead and look at kind of what happened there. So 10 and 11, they both had high 90s on them. And so we had 6 and 4. So this is kind of back-to-back wars where in the Muni lot we had 0 for 9, and then here we have 0 for 4 and 0 for 6. So just not very high-level stuff coming out of our Town Hall 9s right now. So they get shunned from the YouTube content for now while they get their shit in gear. Tread Easy coming in. He is now our new Town Hall 11, and he triples this Town Hall 11, so that's awesome to see. Let's go ahead and watch him take this out here. Notice his spell composition, not bringing Quad Quake, just going to bring 1 jump, and you'll notice the reason why pretty soon when he takes his entry angle, why he did not need the Quad Quake. And so what I like most about this attack is he's going to start down here from the bottom right. Warden goes down early, creates a nice easy funnel with that wizard, and then the jump spell, clearly, right, everything here is, there's no wall segment there, there's no wall segment there, so there's no need to break open anything. The only thing that you need access to, obviously, is this portion right here, which is where he's going to use his jump. So his queen is unfortunately taking some fire. I forgot that portion of the attack, so it almost looks like a suicide queen to a certain degree here, as his warden kind of is over there protecting her. Drops a rage spell on his healers, and then he's going to go ahead and grab the CC pull here. Mini CC comes out, which has definitely been giving me some trouble for sure. So he's going to have a queen, though, under rage, taking care of that CC as they come out. Witch, looks like 2 witches, a balloon, and some archers, and they're all going to go down kind of in quick succession. And then he still has his Shattered Valk portion that has not even started yet, and he's already got 20% of the base taken out. Go ahead and speed up this walk here a little bit. He's going to enter. Boom, there he goes. He's going to enter from around 2 o'clock. And then you see the easy access jump spell right there and how it's going to connect to those Inferno Towers. So a little bit of a different approach for sure than what we're used to seeing. Usually we take the side closest to the Inferno Towers. But Tread Easy has a pretty advanced knowledge and understanding of these attacks by now. And he knows that he can kind of deal with those once he gets over there. Nothing really pressuring the Valks over here, so he's got about 50% of the base taken out, and all of those Valks are still at full health. There goes those quad Teslas. That's going to be nice. He's going to place a nice freeze here on this back Inferno Tower that's going to freeze the Inferno Tower and those 2 back Teslas. Heal spell goes down first. I think I would have preferred the freeze to go down first. Boom, there it goes. Actually only captures 2 Teslas. That's because this Inferno Tower is a single. So it was more important for him to kind of make sure that his king survived and did not get locked onto. Unfortunately, boom, there it goes. And you see how fast that single Inferno wipes out that king. Just absolute craziness. But he's going to certainly take care of the rest of this base in short order. So really, really nice attack there by Tread Easy. Congratulations on Town Hall 11. Already have your warden up to 5. 15 more levels to go. And your heroes are going to be done until they give us 50, 50, 30. And then you can kill yourself. So, moving on to Damasta, taking out base 3 here. So kind of the bases that we've actually seen this particular base several times with this kind of awkward, it's like a closed off box layout. And so Damasta going to be taking his 40-40 heroes and an AQ charge with what looks to be a cold-blooded Valkyrie attack kind of into the center of this base. Once again, using the jump spell instead of the 4 quakes. Something that I hope to be incorporating into my attacks as well. Go ahead and watch Damasta here. He's going to start his attack from the bottom right, I believe. Okay, there we go. So his queen is down. Early rage spell there on his queen, but she is being targeted by 1, 2, 3 pieces of point defense, so definitely needed that rage spell there. She's going to take out all of these defenses, and then she's going to be under fire from 2 expos. So that's quite a lot of DPS with the new buff to the expos that were coming out. And so here you see 5 healers on a level 40 queen and 2 expos. The expos are winning that race, so he's going to have to drop that rage spell. And boom, there goes the rage spell, going to help her out as she comes under fire now of a 3rd piece of point defense. So definitely she's taking out a pretty sizable portion of the base here. And so as this rage spell goes down, unfortunately she's still being targeted by 3 pieces of point defense. And so he's going to be able to save his ability until right about now. Boom. Down goes the enemy Archer Queen. And then he's going to start his final portion kind of here on this top right. He had a little bit of a wall breaker fail there. He wanted to open up the segment to kind of get her out. but now I believe he saves these wall breakers for the compartment that he enters the rest of the base here. So drops a few hogs there to pull the CC. That CC is going to come down and try and take out his level 40 queen, but the poison spell goes down, so the enemy Valkyries will get off a few shots, but the enemy Archer Queen will be able to power through it with the power of that poison spell, and then she will start to get healed back up. She is going to go down right around now. She's out of her ability. She's being targeted by that cannon, and so he's going to start the rest of his attack down here on the bottom left. So down goes the jump spell, free spell goes down, and then Inferno Tower. There you see the queen finally goes down. A couple of those healers are going to provide some pretty soft tanking for this core, but the Valkyries are now in the core. They are unfortunately not under rage, but there is only a single Inferno Tower on them, so they're only burning one at a time. He's got a few hogs that went down there on the left. Unfortunately, hits a few spring trap there, but everything's working their way up kind of to the top. Does have a poison spell still in the bag, and he has one archer that I would love to see place kind of right there, just as soon as he gets around to it. Unfortunately, he puts it up there on the gold mine. So a little bit of a mistake there with his cleanup, but ultimately he still has 5 or 6 archers left up and is going to finish this raid with the hogs kind of working their way back to the bottom left side. The golem turned around and smacked that archer camp. So really, really good job there by our Town Hall 10s and 11s in these last 2 wars. We're getting everything parred and getting a few Town Hall 10 triples, and that is making up for our Town Hall 9 game, which has for some reason decided to slack off a little bit. So good job to everyone. Good luck to the Town Hall 9s, kind of getting back on track. And looking forward to covering this next war here. And I will catch you guys next time.